Now, there's a lot of noise heading into the T20 World Cup, the Cricket World Cup. That's hardly a month away now, but there seems to be more noise than sense. And I'm talking of India's build-up alone to the World Cup. It has been a lot of buzz. There's one particular way of words that have contributed to a lot of the noise over the last few weeks. The cricketer at the center of it all has been Virat Kohli. Yes, Virat Kohli, who has been in the news for months now. There comes a time in any superstar's trajectory where the hard-hitting questions start creeping in. Extra scrutiny, and this is that time for Virat Kohli as far as T20 cricket is concerned. And what makes this a very good contest for us on the sidelines is that he's aware of it. He's aware of it right from when the IPL started. Listen to this.
I know my name is now attached to just promoting the game in different parts of the world when it comes to T20 cricket. I've still got it, I guess. I don't play for these caps anymore. That's the promise I can give here. I'll keep turning up and keep trying my best. I try to give the team a blazing start, but if wickets fall, you have to assess. It wasn't the usual flat pitch. I was disappointed I couldn't finish the game. The ball was in the slot, but sliced it to deep point.
He knows that he still continues to be the biggest name in sport globally. The fact that cricket is heading to uncharted territories for a World Cup is massive. T20 cricket is going to the USA and and in some way he believes that he's a catalyst for that. When he hears this, especially Nicolo Campriani on Virat when the Los Angeles 28 games had cricket announced.
We all recognize the critical importance of a strong digital presence in order to keep the games relevant for the youth. And cricket is offering a unique platform to do so. Think about my friend here, Virat. He's the third most followed athlete in the world on social media with 314 million followers. That's more than LeBron James, Tom Brady and Tiger Woods combined. This is the ultimate win-win for LA, the IOC and the cricket community, as cricket will be showcased on a global stage to grow beyond the traditional cricket countries, while the Olympic movement gains access to previously untapped communities of athletes and fans.
He is the most popular cricketer out there across social media, and he knows it. But the critics see it another way. Sure, Virat is a global ambassador for the sport, but when it comes to commentating on the game and giving opinions, then there is a certain critique that's attached to Virat Kohli and T20 cricket. Many experts, while predicting their Indian squad for the World Cup, didn't have Virat Kohli in it. Their reasons were clear. As a top three batter and particularly as an opener here for the Bengaluru franchise at the IPL, anything below 120 was below par for the course. And that's obviously caught Virat Kohli's attention, and he made no bones about being peeved. And he's taken it up a notch, calling out commentators who have particularly criticized his style of batting.
All the people who talk about strike rates and me not playing spin well are the ones who love talking about this stuff. But for me, it's just about winning the game for the team. And there's a reason why you do it for 15 years. Because you've done this day in and day out. You have won games for your team. And I'm not quite sure if you have not been in that situation yourself, to sit and speak about the game from a box. I don't think it's the same thing. For me, it's about doing the job for the team. People can sit and talk about their own ideas and assumptions of the game. But those who have done it day in and day out, they know what they are doing. It's kind of muscle memory for me.
It hasn't helped that Bengaluru's fortunes have fluctuated from abysmal to some sparks of brilliance of late. But of course, Virat Kohli has shown through all of that, especially with all his knocks throughout the league. He's sitting at the top of that runs table. But that comment by Virat Kohli some days back opened a can of worms, of course. One of the commentators who has been vocal about the Indian batting lineup took it upon himself to retort to this.
If you come and open and then have a strike rate of 118 when you get out in the 14th or the 15th over, I mean, if you want applause for that, that's a little bit different. That's different. All these guys talk about, oh, we don't care about outside noise. Acha, then why are you replying to any outside noise or whatever it is? We all played a bit of cricket, not a lot of cricket. We don't have agendas. We speak about what we see. We don't necessarily have any likes and dislikes.
Clearly, this has snowballed into a war of words between two legends of the sport in the country, Sunil Gavaskar, or Sunny G as he's fondly called, and the OG, the original gangster, the man who's known to give it off with no regrets, Virat Kohli. Gavaskar equally upset with the broadcasters for continually playing this up, especially Virat Kohli's response. It's become a fodder for social media memes, of course, and it's resulted in a lot of noise ahead of the World Cup. Instead of focusing on a big tournament coming up, there are squabbles and noisy quips doing the rounds now. But it isn't just the cricketers and the commentators who are engaging in these verbal jibes. Fans have lent to some unnecessary jeers as well along the way. The Indian fans have been making their fair share of noise. The boos that they subjected Hardik Pandya to at the start of Mumbai Indians' campaign at the IPL has been rather disheartening, particularly for the player. It has completely deflated the all-rounder who was leading Mumbai for the very first time. His form has drastically dipped with the bat and ball, and maybe another reason why selectors too went in with Shivam Dube for that additional fast-bowling all-rounder option. We even got to see him bowl a bit just recently for the Chennai franchise after the squad was announced. So all these noisy affairs are only creating a bit of a din. All any Indian cricket fan really wants at this point is some quiet and sensible planning, especially in the lead-up to a very, very important T20 World Cup.
Firstpost puts the spotlight on Africa. We report from across the continent, rewriting the narrative. Stories of hope and progress. Amid coups, conflicts, and climate crisis. The challenges are many, but so are the opportunities.
Trying to do what benefits the majority of citizens.
Tracking the world's second largest continent. Launching soon. Firstpost Africa.